Shout out to Brian and Zoe. Thank you for the inspiration. Today we're at Il Corte Inglés, a very large department store. This is the vinegar aisle. It's kind of extensive. They've got lots of specialty vinegars, flavored vinegars, but you know the one that's missing? White vinegar, which we use primarily for cleaning. And here's the other vinegar aisle with some repeats, but some different ones. Things we can't find as Americans in Portugal. Peanut butter, Hellmann's mayonnaise, and we've even got Tabasco sauce available at the Il Corte Inglés. And there's the Worcestershire sauce, Lee and Perrins, not wrapped in paper though here. And after being tipped off to look for white vinegar for cleaning, in the cleaning section we in fact found it. But truthfully, I think what we're looking forward to is becoming Portuguese.
Exactly. It's nice that we have the different foods that we've enjoyed in the U.S., but they're transplant foods. You know, we're here to become Portuguese, not become transplanted Americans. So.
And just to prove it, I ate chorizo for breakfast.
There you go. I don't think even the Portuguese do that.
Well, yes they do. Hey Jim, that's a pretty interesting reheating technique you've got going on.
Well, you know, it's my portable microwave. And of course I've wrapped it in this aluminum foil that is truly foil. It's right up there with gold leaf. You pull on it and all of a sudden there's holes in it. That's probably one thing I'll bring from home is a lifetime supply of aluminum foil.
Yeah, this foil is like tissue paper. Literally, when you touch it, it actually gets holes in it.
See you down the road.
Enjoy your empanada.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
So this small box of aluminum foil is actually 90 feet of foil. It's incredible.
And it weighs about an ounce.
Yes.
Back in the States, our foil weighs about 2 pounds.
Yep.
It's expensive though.
And it's probably 40 feet long.
Yep, and it's probably $7, $9.
Mm-hmm. But you don't have to use doubled over layers if you want something that's well sealed by foil.
Shopping at Lidl today. This is akin to an Aldi store in the USA. They have a small produce section and they have an in-store baked bread section. We like the dense broa bread. It comes in light or dark versions. And there's some savory pies, empanadas, and quiches in this self-serve section. Also makes for a quick takeaway lunch. Here's some prepackaged sliced bread. We don't usually see this big of a selection at most groceries. Panning to the refrigerated section, and here's an item that's on sale this week. Brito Capello is one of the main shopping streets in Matosinhos. Here you can see we have the metro tracks that runs down the center of the street. And this is a beautiful shopping district with fantastic small, privately owned stores, shoe stores, kitchenwares, clothing, There's a bank on this street and many cafes. Here's one of the most incredible kitchenware stores that we have found. It has an extensive collection of glassware by the piece. They sell cookie sheets and cooking vessels, pots and pans, pottery, all sorts of gadgets. They have an extensive selection of teapots. They even sell silverware open stock. I have found Matosinhos mugs at this kitchenware store. They have Porto ones as well. They make terrific souvenirs and they're locally made. The local fruiteria, common on every couple of blocks. In smaller
Portions.
pieces.
It's been the whole fish.
That's true.
I want to buy one.
Also, every couple of blocks, we have the neighborhood grocery. It's just a small grocery, 1 or 2 aisles, but it holds the necessities. Here we're arriving at Continent, which is one of the larger grocery stores. This one has a parking garage contained next to it. So does Mercadona, the other large grocery store. Here in the lobby is where you can obtain a cart. And here's the larger salted cod that we're used to seeing. The fish department is extensive, as you can see here. We're back at Il Corte Inglés, the grocery store that is contained within the department store. The produce is sold just like in the US, although it's priced by the kilogram, which is 2.2 pounds. And we bag it up into plastic produce bags, weigh it, and purchase it. The dried ham is pretty extensive in terms of selection. You can even buy the entire dried ham on a stand.
I think they just don't want customers.
They look beautiful.
That they do. If only we knew how to cook them.
Or fillet them. In the evening when we stop at the grocery, whether it's Mercadona or Continent, we find that they're always having fresh bread baked in the bakery area, and it's extensive. It's not 1 or 2 shelves. There's 20 or so areas where they've got Portuguese rolls, square rolls, round rolls, hoagie loaves, and several types of French breads. They're always warm and fresh, and they're inexpensive. They're usually around €1 or less for a large French baguette.
I'd like to add that in Portugal, they don't call them Portuguese rolls. They're just rolls.
True. Of course, it hasn't all been roses. There's been some challenges. We can't find sour cream. We're told that something called quark is similar. And there is no heavy cream or half and half per se as we know it for the coffee. I've been having evaporated milk from a can in the baking section actually for a couple of years at home in the States. It just happens to be very easy for me, especially living in the van. So that's the solution we're using here as well.